Yes, sir. And we are motherfucking live, man. Welcome back to this investigation of Felicia Johnson. And I just want y'all to know, man. I just really want y'all to know that we not here trying to get clout off this young lady situation. You know what I mean? We not trying to do none of that. What we trying to do is provide justice. You know what I mean? Um, I'm gonna try to get right to it, get in and out with it. I'm trying to get real in and out with it or whatever the case may be. Not keep y'all here too long. 20, 30 minutes at max. But yeah, man, we here. We motherfucking here, man, for real. So let's get to it. Um, okay. So in this situation, first of all, let's pay the bills. Copyright disclaimer. Under Title 17C USC, section 107, allowance is made for fair use for such purposes as criticism, comment, news, reporting, teaching, scholarship, and research. Fair use is permitted by copyright statute that might otherwise be infringing nonprofit, educational, or personal use tips and balance of favor. Okay, so now that being said, let's kind of get over here. Let's see if we could let me see. Okay, there we go. All right, so we're gonna let that just kind of load up over there. So long story short, right? Long story short, the cover girl's attorney responds. Sorry about that. Yeah, so the cover girl's attorney responds to the situation. So if you have not been here, I have 3 parts of the series. Kevin Johnson, which is Felicia Johnson's father, was interviewed during the first live stream. You know, me and Ratchet TV have been reporting on this case. We kind of got the case to kind of blow up in the last 2 days. It has blown up because we put a lot of pressure on Kim Og, the district attorney. Y'all put a lot of pressure on these people, and we would like to thank you guys for getting people to respond and react. And I'm only guessing that next week Houston PD will also respond to the situation. They will also react to the situation because we're applying pressure, and I think that we need to apply more pressure. We need to apply we need to literally keep growing the profile of this case because we need to figure out what happened. Was it the Davari brothers? Was it Mr. Johnson? Was it one of her friends? We need closure to this case. You see, once you bring these cases to the public, now the public has an invested interest. But let me stop talking. Let's get into what this guy got to say. If you don't, I'll probably tag card at the top so you could like tap in and do a little end cards at the end of the live stream. Add those at the end. But let's see what this guy got to say.
Many prospective dancers. Well, for dancers, and she was apparently looking for a dancer position. Many prospective dancers will walk in and say, "I'm looking for a job. Are you hiring?" And we may be hiring at that point. We may not be. If we're not hiring, we say respectfully, we're not hiring right now. Perhaps you'd like to come back at a later date. And that's the end of the conversation. If, on the other hand, we are interviewing and discussing with a potential dancer that she would like to work there, there is paperwork for her to fill out and what we call a dancer packet. That's full of information. They sign it, they execute it, and they can go to work. But that did not happen with Miss Johnson. She did not fill out any paperwork.
All right. So if she didn't fill out no
But
paperwork,
again, she didn't fill out
if she didn't fill out no paperwork, then she wasn't trying to go get a job.
paperwork. She may have walked in, may have not, but you can't confirm that she walked in.
That's correct.
Does that mean, again, forgive me,
See that part right there. I don't like that. I don't like that. I don't like all the scratch in the face stuff. What was good with that? I don't like that right there. I do not like all that scratch in the face stuff. Just answer the question. It ain't a hard question to answer. I do not like all that scratch in the face stuff. But let's
make
see.
sure I'm correct. Does that mean that you've reviewed the surveillance video from inside the club and she's not on the video?
No, ma'am. It confirms that I have looked at the surveillance video. I have not identified Miss Johnson on that video. I cannot categorically say that she was or that she was not in that club. I would tend to think that she wasn't. I've done an extensive investigation to try to find out and get to the bottom of what happened because, quite frankly, I can understand the stress and the worry and the anxiety that the Johnson family is under. We'd like to find her more than anybody. But I don't know that she ever was at that club.
He don't know if she ever was at that club. He does not know if she ever was at that club. So, Jennifer Knighton did an article in this original news break. She did an article yesterday about this. I believe April 28th. I think like I started reporting the story around like April 26th, 27th, something like that. Father, 24-year-old woman that went missing in Houston has a strong message for Cover Girls club owners. So as you can see, this is the father, with his daughter, hands all on her bum. It's a little, kind of out of place for me, but I don't know. To each his own. But Father Kevin Johnson said he made several statements about Davari Brothers club the Davari Brothers Cover Club's club owners. According to him, his statements have all been edited out of the media. He wants to know why. The family will gather in front of Houston City Hall on Thursday in hopes of bringing more awareness of Felicia's disappearance. Houston, the search continues for Felicia Johnson, a 24-year-old woman who went missing after applying for a job at the Northwest Houston nightclub. But as you can see, right, this is a story that the father's telling, but as you can see, the lawyer refutes that statement and says that there is no footage of this girl being at this nightclub on camera. Felicia Marie, that's her Instagram name, has been gone for 12 days now. She has been in Houston to celebrate her 24th birthday to earn some money on April 15th after she vanished. According to Kevin Johnson, his daughter left San Diego and arrived in Houston on April 13th. A few days later, Felicia went to Cover Girls off West Little York to ask for work. She was turned away, and at some point, she got into a vehicle with an unknown man because her Uber was running late. Felicia has not been seen since. Private investigators subsequently discovered her bloody cell phone off Eldridge Parkway. And I want to add, near Bear Creek Road Park. And I want to add something. I don't even know if this is allegedly, I don't even know if this is her bloody cell phone. They found a cell phone. We over here, we gonna speak about the facts. I ain't on that show just saying this cause she black or this. I mean, I call it straight down the middle. This is what it is. You know what I'm saying? Like, I ain't getting paid no way. You know what I'm trying to say? We gotta stand on truth, man. If you want to build a real black society, build a real utopia, you're gonna have to stand on truth. We can't become the deceivers that deceived us into being non-believers. I repeat, If we want to live in the black utopia and we want to really, be who we want to be in the eyes of God and thrive in our divinity, we gonna have to live on truth. You understand? Anyway, private investigators up here. Last week, Texas EquuSearch spent 3 days scouring the area where Felicia's phone was discovered but came up empty. They were awaiting guidance from HPD on how to proceed with their search operations. They are awaiting guidance from HPD on how to proceed with their search operations. So, do you understand? Do you understand what they trying to say? They trying to basically say, listen, we've been out here and we don't know if this shit is really legit. But we gonna wait for Houston PD to say whether she was even lost in this area or if she was probably deceased prior to, right? I believe that was maybe one of her old cell phones or something like that. And if that was her real cell phone, then maybe her TV got turned off by a family member, allegedly.
Go find out what's going on. So I drove out there, and I was there. They had their press conference, and they left. It was shortly thereafter, within minutes, QuantLX had
See, all right, sorry.
identified Miss Johnson on that video.
My fault.
And
See, I think I fast forwarded a little bit, so let's get back to
there is paperwork for her to fill out, and what we call a dancer packet. That's full of information. They sign it, they execute it, and they can go to work. But that did not happen with Miss Johnson. She did not fill out any paperwork.
This interview was published 9:53
And
p.m.
again,
April
she didn't fill
28th.
any paperwork. She may have walked in, may have not, but you can't confirm.
It's Saturday, April 30th.
That's correct.
As I record this.
Does that mean, again, forgive me, I just want to make sure I'm correct. Does that mean that you've reviewed the surveillance video from inside the club and she's not on the video?
No, ma'am. It confirms that I have looked at the surveillance video. I have not identified Miss Johnson on that video. I cannot categorically say that she was or that she was not in that club. I would tend to think that she wasn't. I've done an extensive investigation to try to find out and get to the bottom of what happened. Because quite frankly, I can understand the stress and the worry and the anxiety that the Johnson family is under. We'd like to find her more than anybody. But I don't know that she ever was at that club.
So if she went missing on April 15th, the police were at the club the very next day or the same day? The very next day, because it was night.
Well, they
They
weren't there the next day. The exact day they showed up, I frankly don't recall. It was the Missing Persons Bureau or the Missing Persons Division, and it was 2 officers. They looked at our video cameras. They saw our setup. We invited them into the office. We gave them full carte blanche to anything and everything they wanted, and at that time we gave them a copy of the video.
So they left with video. It might have been Monday the 18th, because the 15th was a Friday of April.
Correct. It most likely would have been Monday the 18th. Because I was there.
You were there.
I looked at our video cameras. They saw our setup. We invited them into the office. We gave them full carte blanche to anything and everything they wanted, and at that time we gave them a copy of the video.
So they left with video. It might have been Monday the 18th, because the 15th was a Friday of April.
Correct. It most likely would have been Monday the 18th. Because I was there.
You were there.
I was there when the police walked in.
Okay.
And I was there because the Black Panthers and QuantLX have.
I ain't gonna lie though. I don't like how he just you know what I'm saying? I don't like how they kind of got those dates wrong a little something. I ain't gonna lie. That wasn't. You know what I'm saying?
A press conference there in the parking lot. And I was asked by management, go find out what's going on. So I drove out there, and I was there. They had their press conference, and they left. It was shortly thereafter, within minutes, the Houston Police Department walked in the club.
Is that how you all in the club found out that there was a missing person from that press conference?
No.
How did you find out?
It is my understanding that on the weekend, during the week, on Saturday or on Sunday, and frankly, I don't know which day it was, that on Saturday or Sunday, some people who self-identified themselves as Black Panther investigators.
See, I don't think you want to lock himself into days as far as court records go, so that may be a little bit suspicious. I'm not gonna lie. But this is the part that kind of got me. It says self-identified as Black Panthers.
Some people who self-identified themselves as Black Panther investigators
Black
with
Panther,
Quanell X came into
Black
the club.
Panther investigators. So let's Google this. Hold on. Because there's a lot of grifters who kind of grift off of COINTELPRO, Black Panther Party. See, oh, okay. Okay. Wait. Uh-oh, we have something here. Uh-oh. The People's New Black Panther Party disassociates with Houston activist Quanell X. What do we have here? Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Spaghetti-o. Uh-oh. Spaghetti-o. So I'm telling you, man, all you gotta do is just dig, my nigga. For real. And I'm digging, this is all live. Like, I ain't trying to, you know what I'm saying? Like, I ain't trying to do no fuck shit and paint no pictures or nothing. We just doing it straight down the middle. Quanell X, leader of the new Black Panther Party, during a visit to South Acres Street, where he grew up at in 2016, Houston spent dealing drugs. Quanell spent time dealing drugs in the area, especially at the intersection 3 doors down from his grandmother's house. This nigga was a drug dealer? What the fuck? Okay. Yahyanan Ben-Yah, national chairman of the new Black Panther Party, left stands with James Jones, Center, and Matrari Asek outside the Hall law firm as they hold the press conference distancing the group from activist Quanell X. February 22nd, something. All right, the People's New Black Panther Party in Houston is splitting from local community activist Quanell X amid ongoing allegations that he did not deliver services to family he was paid to represent. Standing in a drizzling rain Thursday, 3 members of the People's New Black Panther Party said they are helping individuals recover money from Quanell and want to disassociate him from their organization. The group has launched an investigation into the activist advocacy practices. They said this has been going on for over a decade in the community. We will not stand for it any longer. Yahyanan Ben-Yah, the party's national chairman, stated he has been in this situation before, and what we want to do now is come out and let the people know that we do not condone his actions, and he is not a part of us. He is not our leader. Quanell did not respond to the request for comment. For more than a decade, Quanell has been a fiery advocate for victims of police brutality, murder, wrongful termination, and other issues. He assists individuals and families in securing media attention for their cases and negotiate with law enforcement. He routinely garners strong response when he calls news conferences and has been a regular contributor to Lively Opinion Showdown segment on Fox 26. Okay, he plugged in. Notably absent on Thursday's news conference was the longtime reference to Quanell as minister. He was referred to as Mr. Instead, the 3 party members dressed in black were joined by former members of Quanell's security detail and half a dozen others. In October 2016, people from Houston and Beaumont gathered at a rally outside of Harris County Criminal Courthouse to demand Cornell repay them and apologize. The Black Panther group held a news conference outside the Museum District Law Office of Ben Hall, a former city attorney and mayoral candidate who party members accused of being an enabler of Cornell. In the text message, Hall stated that a decade has passed since he represented Cornell in a First Amendment lawsuit involving police. He said he did not have a clue why anyone would be at my office relating to anything else. Ben Yas said at least 2 people have gained refunds from Cornell through pressure and legal action. They said they plan to continue to work for redress. We're not going to stop until every victim has recovered their money. We don't want to support brothers who are giving a bad name to this community or calling themselves activists and turn around and hurting the community they should help. Okay, so as we can see, Cornell X is no longer associated with the party. But guess what? He doesn't tell the public that because as we can see, April 16, 2022. Okay, all right, see, they took down the article. Because, it does say right here, this led the People's New Party to break. Oh, okay, they did that right. So Jennifer, she must have put that out just to kind of, you know what I mean? So I got a Wikipedia and shit. Goddamn. Early ejection from the Nation of Islam. So he went and joined the new Black Panthers and then got kicked out of that too. This dude getting kicked out of everywhere, man. When people get kicked out a lot of places, that's probably because they're a motherfucking agent. They co-intel pro. You know what I'm saying? You don't just get kicked out, dogs.
On duty, who would have been the manager, who would have either
Shit, I'm still down with
told her,
motherfucking gangs I was in.
I'm sorry, I'm just not hiring, or didn't have any interaction with her at all because she didn't show up, one or the other. But there was no other interaction by any other person, purportedly, with Miss Johnson. The story goes that she came in, applied for a job, didn't get it, and left. If that story is true, she would have not had she wouldn't have been able to have interaction with any other dancers or any other employees. It would have been the hostess and it would have been the manager.
And the hostess and the manager.
Yo, every time I leave this shit to go somewhere,
they're in the parking lot.
This shit like
they saw our setup. We invited them into the office. We gave them full carte blanche to anything and everything they wanted. And at that time, we gave them a copy of the video.
So they left with video. It might have been Monday the 18th because the 15th was a Friday of April.
Correct. It most likely would have been Monday the 18th. Because I was there.
You were there.
I was there when the police walked in.
Okay.
And I was there because the Black Panthers and Cornell X held a press conference there in the parking lot. And I was asked by management, go find out what's going on. So I drove out there and I was there. They had their press conference and they left. It was shortly thereafter, within minutes, the Houston Police Department walked in the club.
Is that how you all in the club found out that there was a missing person from that press conference?
No.
How did you find out?
It is my understanding that on the weekend, during the week, on Saturday or on Sunday, and frankly, I don't know which day it was, that on Saturday or Sunday, some people who self-identified themselves as Black Panther investigators with Cornell X came into the club, talked to the hostess, talked to some other employees and or dancers that were there at the club when they were there. They were eventually asked to leave because they weren't there as customers. They're not investigators. They are not the police. And quite frankly, I don't want to say they were being disruptive because that would be an unfair characterization. But the club was trying to operate and not answer questions for people associated with the Black Panthers. Don't have anything against the Black Panthers one way or the other. Don't have anything against Mr. Cornell X one way or the other. It's just they were going to run their business.
And that's the first time that the club was made aware.
See, but I don't understand why he's still run with that. You know what I'm saying? With that narrative that he's down with the Black Panthers if they dissociated themselves with him. That seemed like a scam in itself.
That's correct.
Do we have to look into
Any
Cornell
of the
X?
employees, any of the other dancers, were they
is Cornell X using the Davari brothers as a scapegoat?
Did they see her?
Nope. No one's ever talked to her. No one knows her. No one has seen her. No one is a friend of hers. that we can uncover.
But police did interview the dancers.
The police interviewed a hostess who would have been a person that would have had interaction with her. They interviewed the manager on duty, who would have been the manager who would have either told her, I'm sorry, I'm just not hiring, or didn't have any interaction with her at all because she didn't show up, one or the other. But there was no other interaction by any other person, purportedly, with Miss Johnson. The story goes that she came in, applied for a job, didn't get it, and left. If that story is true, she would have not had she wouldn't have been able to have interaction with any other dancers or any other employees. It would have been the hostess and it would have been the manager.
And the hostess and the manager say they never spoke to Felicia Johnson.
They don't know if they spoke to Felicia Johnson or not. Multiple people come in that club all the time. Could one of them have been Miss Johnson? Yes. If that's true, have we given the videotape to the police department of that event? The answer is yes.
Okay, so more or less he just don't really know. You know what I'm saying? He looked and he don't really know. He don't know what clothes she got on. He don't really know how to like identify her and stuff like that. So there is a possibility that she could have came in and asked for a job. You know, so that does not totally neglect Quanell X and Kevin Johnson's story. But I will say this. This is now national news. So we will be getting a resolution to this case. We will be hearing about either someone found or someone incarcerated for this matter. This matter has picked up enough news attention to get that. And the more you guys continue to support this video and comment in this video and like this video and stuff like that, and make sure y'all support Ratchet TV, because he is the first person to break this case in the way that he broke this case. And I really, y'all ain't got to donate to me, donate to him. You know what I'm saying? Because he brought the eyes and the light to this case, and we need to give that man a thanks. And you know what I mean? So shout out to the big homie, man. Well, not the big homie, because he's not gang related. You know what I'm saying? So shout out to, you know, the brother.
Liberty to disclose what was on those videos. If the police department wants to disclose what's on those videos, they're more than welcome to. But I can tell you this, that in my opinion, the Houston Police Department is doing a thorough investigation into this. They are not treating this case as some kind of runaway person. I mean, this has been elevated up the Houston Police Department chain of command, and they're treating this case. Tell you this, that in my opinion, the Houston Police Department is doing a thorough investigation into this. They are not treating this case as some kind of runaway person. I mean, this has been elevated up the Houston Police Department chain of command, and they're doing a very good investigation into this case.
Wow.
And you spoke to them.
I have spoken to the Houston Police Department. Certainly have.
Wow.
Have they given you reason to believe this is
Wow.
more than a missing persons case? There's foul play or criminal component involved?
No, and I didn't ask them one way or another, because I think that'd be unfair to put them on the spot. I did not feel it was my position to say, hey, I'll trade you video for tell me what you know about the case. They'll disclose what they want to disclose when they want to disclose it. They're the experts in finding people like this.
Wow. So there you have it. K11 interviewed the attorney on April 28th while his case was breaking. And yeah, let me know what you guys think, man. Do y'all think that the club is telling the truth? Do you think that Felicia never arrived there? You know, do you believe their lawyer, or do you believe Kevin Johnson and Quanell X? the ex new Black Panther Party guy. You know. Oh, okay. So we could finish up this one too right here. So CoverGirl's attorney said that the club is working with authorities, providing any relevant security footage. However, Felicia's father believes that CoverGirls has something to hide, and the local media is helping them. Let's see what he said to them.
Yeah, my name is Kevin Johnson Sr., and I am in Houston, Texas, looking for my daughter, Felicia Johnson. This video is about my statements about the Davari brothers that was edited out of all of my news conferences, like every channel that I did. And
That sounds so bogus. It was edited out by every channel that you did. You serious? Just every like you can't even just point to Pacific news stations that edited out Pacific sections of what you said. You mean to tell me that you ain't have someone else when the first person edited out what you was saying, you ain't have like one of your family members like record it? You get what I'm trying to say? Like, all right, you doing the interview and then somebody sitting on the side like and live streaming the interview so that at least there is a physical record of everything you stated, so it won't be edited out. You know what I'm trying to say? Like the live stream will be up on the internet, and then even when the news put up what they put up, we could grab that on YouTube and blend them. You know what I'm trying to say? Like black media is here. There's no more excuses, man. This is an old school guy trying to use these 1980 excuses in 2022, and he think he's slick. He think he run a game on us. You know what I'm saying?
with this is me making an official quote, an official statement that the Davari brothers and their nightclubs are trafficking women. They have a
That is a very, very, very bold statement to make, especially if you do not have evidence, and you may be financially liable for those statements if it comes out that these men did not traffic your daughter.
system that's organized. I don't know how deep it goes into this.
We have too many real Anglo-Saxon criminals, corrupt people that we need to focus on, that we don't need to dissuade our allies, the ones that do actually want to help us, get further and get our reparations, X, Y, Z, and the third, by making false claims when you don't have not only not have the full facts of the case, but you look like you may be in on the case because as we could see in part one, you was hiding something.
In Houston, but it seems to me that
But he want to play on our aluminum kufi, you know what I'm saying, on our conspiracy theory type of ideals and send us down a rabbit hole because he knows a lot that we could dig up and then that's going, you know what I'm saying? Not all black people going to try to really do the research. They just going to take it out of whim.
level of corruption reaches to every level of this place. This is my statement about the Davari brothers and me accusing them directly of sex trafficking women. You can look them up and see how they have charged.
And then the media is just going to use him. You know what I'm saying? Andy Cohen of the Crime Stoppers announced Sunday that he will offer $5,000 reward for information into Felicia's location. Anyone information regarding is expected, and she gave out the number. Felicia has long back hair, black dark. Felicia has long black curly or straight hair, brown eyes, dark complexion. On her right shoulder, she has a big tattoo of butterflies and flowers. It is believed that she was wearing a silver dress at the time of her disappearance. The family will be holding a rally in front of blah 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 blah. Jennifer Nain is a community activist and journalist focused on social change and justice. Her mission is to build strong communities and hope empowerment, advocacy. Yeah, okay, so I guess she's covering this case pretty closely. Let me see something. And this is his GoFundMe. Let's see how much $6,000, $250. From the bottom of my heart, I thank y'all. I am in the FBI has joined the investigation. I'm keeping myself in high spirits. We've reached 25%. I'm in high spirits, hoping hoping for the update from the bottom of my heart. And he ain't updated since April 26th. Shit, he already raised $6,000 for fucking some shit that looked like he got two Gmails and all. Oh, that's the same Gmail. You know, he already raised 6 bands and shit. I can't even raise fucking $400 for my comic book. But anyway, that's that. Um, you know, we will be back here for part 5. That's what it looks like. Um, you know, unfortunately, this is what it is, man. This is what it is. Like, this is what it is, man. For real, for real. This is just what it is. Like, I, I truly don't know where this young lady is. Um, and I hope that we could find her, man. I hope that we could find her. It's going on 2 weeks, and it's just a lot going on out here, man. It's a lot going on out here, for real, for real. But it's the Most Wise Fleavelli. You are now tuned in to Black Renaissance Podcast. You know, an investigation edition, but Black Unsolved Mysteries, and let's help bring Felicia home. All comments is welcome. You know, good, bad, or indifferent. You know, let's be respectful. And yeah, I'll see y'all on part 5 because we got ourselves a mystery, guys.